everyone, welcome to the chunkbit podcast. It's your co-host Braxton or Chunk. We have Lawbit right in this seat, or holding the camera, and then we have a special visitor. Tell him your name.
Hi, it's me, Sunday.
You know him from my past videos, but you might also know him from the Chaotic Daycare Show. I want to give that a promo because I feel like you need it.
It's been long since I've been in front of the camera.
Anyways, yeah, he's who was the before the rebrand? I just realized, like right before the rebrand.
Also, you guys, we need to make a fucking episode of that. That would be a very interesting thing to do on our channel.
Episode about what?
The daycare.
You know what? We should do a crossover where Loba accidentally opens a portal with his powers, and then both Loba and Michael get sucked into their dimension.
The other cast members will not like that Sun will actually meet. Accidentally met.
We don't even need the other cast members. We can just have you.
Yeah. But it wouldn't technically be the Chaotic Daycare Show without the funny stuff. So and then the funny ones.
But keep in mind, this is for our channel, not for the Chaotic Daycare Show. Even though there are funnies, I will guarantee that. But
I was about to say we can have filming on both sides of the channels.
that actually seems like a good idea.
We haven't,
but it's just a thought that I had.
I used to before the rebrand, I used to switch between POVs.
Yeah,
I did that a few times with an old friend of mine named Six.
Damn.
It was actually a quite interesting experience seeing doing that.
Anyways, I went into a poll on Tuesday. I'm sorry.
Anyway, we are planning on still doing the movie. I forgot to tell you this, Braxton, but we are planning on still doing the movie, but it's taking longer than expected.
yeah.
Son, since you're my co-director, you want to explain to Braxton because of what happened?
I'm no more the cameraman.
Alright.
He's just
who do you think's gonna be the new cameraman?
worst case scenario, we'll have Hellfire do that.
He'll be double the person.
But for now, we are currently looking for a new cameraman that is suitable for the role.
Yeah, because we need Julian as the friend that I dragged in.
Yeah. But yes, the movie's still in production. We are working on it. So don't you threat. There will be a new trailer once we start working on it. We are just looking for a suitable cameraman.
Yep.
Because the reason why the first version of the movie didn't work out is because Hellfire didn't like being the cameraman and the center of the attention. So we are saving him as the cameraman for last resort. I'm putting his feelings in mind. So I'm not. So anyways, I would love. Anyways, hold on. Let me pull out my mirror. I would love to. I would love to freaking do the movie like right on the spot for you guys, but it's movies. In case you haven't noticed from that movies are not that easy to make.
Yeah. It takes a lot of hours and timing, especially where Hellfire, his headset dies a lot.
Yeah,
And
that's one of the main problems. But
but
Hellfire,
it
if you're
pushes
watching
back
this,
our filming.
Hellfire, if you're watching this, we're saving you for the last resort as the cameraman. We are still wanting you as a night guard.
And we're not pointing fingers at you. It ain't your fault that your headset dies. It happens a lot.
Yeah.
You have the Quest 2, I do believe, so that's an older generation compared to ours, so I understand.
I had the Quest 2.
I used to have a Quest 2, now I have a Quest 3.
I have the 3S.
Well, I don't have the money to afford one. Lucky.
3S is
Right,
like
show off.
3S is like $300. We are not sponsored by the Quest, by the way. We are just explaining.
Hey, show off. Let's start the game. Let's start this show.
We are technically already doing that. We're just talking.
Yeah.
We are already 6 minutes and 41 seconds in.
Damn.
Anyways, let's talk about what we've been up to since last episode of the podcast. Since it's his first time on the podcast, why don't you go first?
Oh shoot. What we're talking about again?
We're talking about what we've been up to basically since the last podcast.
Oh, I've been taking care of not too much stuff has happened to me. But it's true, I did run into a pole once. Literally this month on Tuesday.
You okay?
Yeah, and my nose are like a little messed up, but I'm fine. And then we found out my knee has been sprained. It's healing. So I have dealt with my sprained knee before, so I'm just used to it.
Okay.
And then yesterday, what was it? Yeah, yesterday I went into another some sixth graders inside my high school decided to push me into one of my other classmates who was just running towards the one sixth grader that was bending down to pick something up. And that's a huge mark on my forehead.
Well, I hope you heal.
It is healing.
Anyways, on to Braxton, I guess.
Yep.
With his twitching head.
For the past 2 weeks, I've been sick, and it sucks. It sucks that I've been sick for about 2 weeks. I don't know how many days I've missed of school. Probably about 6, 5.
Oh, by the way, everyone, that's probably one of the main reasons why we haven't been uploading. It's because, one, we only upload on weekends these days, unless it's summer, which is up and coming. School is already out for me here where I live. I don't know about you guys.
That and you done graduated, so.
Yeah, I've been graduated for a few years now. So, yeah. school is out for us. I don't know about these two.
I've got baby. I think June. Let's see here. It's May, right? So
Yeah, it's May.
about June 5th.
Okay, what about you, son?
I think June 5th. I think June 5th is when I'm going to be let out.
What about you, son? Is your school out or are you still waiting?
Sky is muted. I'm still in school right now.
Okay, so where I live is the only place where school's out, apparently.
There might be another states, and then they might be out.
Not like it
But I don't
matters
know.
to me. Anyways. So, yeah, you've been sick. What else has happened to you? Or is that it?
I think that's been about it. Other than I've been just, you know, trying to focus on myself, trying to hang out with more people, just get my schoolwork done. Let's see here, what else? On Monday, I believe we're gonna have a cookout
Oh, nice.
at the at my trade school, and so we're gonna have steaks, hamburgers, I think hot dogs, maybe.
Hamburger.
Hamburger. No, talk to the Mexican man. Hamburger.
Wait, I'm trying to do a Best Eddie here. But I can never get the Mexican right. I just know that he goes like, I don't speak hamburger, motherfucker.
Motherfucker.
Anyways.
But yeah, I think that's about it. That's gone on. Other than I'm getting paid. I'm gonna get a lot of money for helping out on the farm.
Okay. For me, I guess, I have successfully completed my first 2 VR games.
Nice.
I completed Assassin's Creed Nexus and Batman Arkham Shadow.
Didn't you film those?
I filmed a part 1 on Batman Arkham Shadow before the rebrand. Sadly, I couldn't make a part 2 before the rebrand. So I just did it on my own time. If you want to see the entire entire thing for both thing, I recommend going to the YouTuber A Wolf in VR. He does a great VR content, and I really like watching him. So yeah, so shout out to him. Because he probably does better content than me than I ever will.
Yeah. Can I just do a little promo for my TikToks?
Go ahead.
You can also find me. One of my TikTok channels is mostly on VR. It's Dwayne.Bailey. That's the TikTok channel name, and the one in real life is sundrop_the_dummy. If you want to see my face or you want to see me act, so
Yeah. I got myself a TikTok. I got myself a TikTok too. It is at Mr. Hancock 111, or it's Mr.HANCOCK 111, and it'll have the ghoul from the Fallout series or the Fallout show. I've got an assortment of videos. Play a lot of Gran Turismo. I have some memes on there because I didn't know what to post at the time. But I think, hold on, Let me check. But yeah, I have just a lot of memes. I'm starting to post more like content out of like memes. Just playing Call of Duty, Gran Turismo, and just like stuff that's in the shop. But
Okay.
yeah, if you want, go check me out.
Now we're done with the promos. Let's get on with the game, shall we?
I've played these games before.
Oh, I get copyright for that, I swear. Anyways,
Sad man.
we are doing like the Distractable podcast, Hold My Beer, where we bring interesting stories about our IRL life to the table. For example, like Markiplier's story, the day he broke his ass. That was a good one. But we're bringing our own stories to this. We don't have to bring up titles, we just have to tell a hold my beer moment. So who wants to go first? I want to go last, so I will let you guys decide who goes first.
Nothing interesting happened in my life, so nothing interesting.
When I was little, I was jumping on my sister's bed. And, well, you know, 5 little monkeys jumping on the bed. No more monkeys jumping on the bed, or whatever it's called.
I'm pretty sure everyone knows that.
I was jumping on my sister's bed. Ceiling fan was on. I didn't realize how high I jumped. My sister walked to get a couple of waters. And, well, when I hit the ceiling fan, it made a weird sound. And, busted my head open. I was bleeding. Had to go to the hospital, get a couple staples in my head. And then I got Taco Bell after that.
What the fuck? What?
I just get sent home. I don't get no food. I just get sent home.
I didn't eat that day, so I was kind of hungry. My grandpa asked what I wanted, and I said I want a couple crunchy tacos from Taco Bell.
You want a Taco Bell?
I thought you were going to say the crunch wrap. I was like, oh no, that's a bad idea.
That's good. Taco Crocodile Supreme.
Okay. Okay, son, do you have any stories?
No, nothing interesting in my life.
Come on, there's always this one interesting point in your life that happened.
My life is just boring. Me studying, me going up on here, and repeating it every day.
Okay. I guess it's on to me now. This is like a story I have. It's like a series of events. Oh, so yeah. I think I was like in elementary school when this happened. And I remember it quite fondly. It's one of my funniest stories I have in my life. Okay, back then, they had this haunted house attraction in the town square. Me, my mother, and my cousin went to the town square just to have a fun Halloween. This took place on Halloween, by the way. Me and my cousin were the only ones dressed up, and we dressed up as our favorite or singers at the time. My cousin was dressed up as Kiss.
Ow. Refrigerator. Damn it.
I was dressed up as Ayuoki.
Annie, are you
Michael
okay?
Jackson?
Yeah, I was dressed up as Michael Jackson. Which was handmade by my own mother.
Crack open a
Oh.
beer.
Anyways. What happens next will be surprising in the later in the story. Anyways, my mother took a picture of me and him. I did the famous peace sign,
Teehee.
and my cousin did the rock symbol with his tongue sticking out. After we took our pictures, we went into the haunted house. We did like a few things, like went to a food truck. That was like my first food truck ever. We went and did some trick or treating and all that. Then after all the festivities, we finally went to the haunted house. But the thing is, I was a demonic kid. I can tell you that. No joke. So whenever a monster jump scared me in that haunted house attraction, I was like, meh. But then one monster got me, and my reaction was so funny. It's probably why they closed the haunted house attraction. I don't know. But we came across a red glowing room with a pentagram in the middle. I think you know where this is going. A demon jump scared us. And you know what my viewer response was?
Meh.
I kicked him in the genitals.
Uh-oh.
The thing is, I thought it was an actual demon, so I didn't know. I know demons can feel pain, but man, he wasn't paid.
Knock, knock, who's there? It was Pain!
After like a few years later, I found out that they were just costumes, and I laughed so hard that I did that to a random person I didn't know. I'm surprised I didn't get charged for assault. But then again, I was just a elementary school kid.
Yeah.
But I think my cousin laughed at it because he knew that they were just people in costumes.
What are you eating over there?
Yeah, what are you
Takis.
eating? You're ruining my story.
I'm
There's
hungry.
more.
I'm hungry!
Anyway,
And
after all that, I made it out of there with only one person injured.
no injuries.
Like the only person that was injured was that demon, and man, that was funny. Anyways, after that, we decided to go home, and that's not where the story ends. That's not where the story ends. When we arrived at home, which at the time we lived with my grandma.
Yeah.
When we got home, remember at the beginning of the story, I told you my mother took a picture of us.
Mm-hmm.
She still has it.
No, I don't know where she got rid of it or what, but she sent it somewhere. It was on the news.
What you do? The kid kicked a man in the balls.
No, it wasn't that. It was a picture of us posing with our costumes. I don't remember the exact headline. It was just something about me and my cousin dressed up as Michael Jackson and Kiss.
I don't know.
But
Gene Simmons.
I do believe after that, it did report someone getting kicked in the balls on Halloween.
On Halloween night, some person was punched and got kicked right in the testicles. Ow, my fucking dick!
So yeah, what I'm gonna call this story is the night the Halloween the night of dead testicles.
The night of the living testicles.
Ah.
The night of the non-living testicles.
Keep in mind, this happened in real life, not as Lobet, but as the man behind the animatronic.
The man behind the mask.
Technically, the animatronic does wear masks, so you're not entirely wrong.
The man. Yeah. I can't sing the song because if I do, I'm gonna get this video copyright.
Yeah. So, what do you guys think of my story?
I thought it was very interesting.
Pretty good.
What's your guys' favorite part?
The generals.
Guy getting hit in the testicles.
Yeah, that.
Anyways.
I was gonna grab my water and spit it out, but I realized I have a bunch of papers near me, so I can't.
Yeah. Anyways.
Fat shit.
Anyways, yeah, that was probably the most one of the most interesting stories of my life.
Besides being born?
I wouldn't even remember that.
When I woke up, I remember it was all pitch black. And then BAM! I saw light!
You just basically describing death. Like, you woke up
And then I
in the
saw
car-
two ugly people in my face. And I puked in their faces.
Yeah, anyways. Anyways. That was another interesting story is when I got a goose egg on my forehead.
Oh, goose egg?
Like,
Say that
and-
and tell that one.
Should I? Son, should I?
I've never heard it.
So basically, me, my grandma, and a couple of her friends went out went out for a barbecue, right?
Mm-hmm.
Me being the curious and adventurous child I was, I went off on my own to explore the forest.
Good afternoon. My name is Scott.
I went left. I went left and right. Then I went down a hill, which was the biggest mistake I ever made when I was a child. It was a pretty steep hill, with a bunch of trees in it. I think you know where this is going.
No. Goose egg.
When I was heading down back to the barbecue, but I tripped on something. Then I slid all the way down a hill, and then, bam, face first into a tree.
Brain damage.
Goose.
No, the goose egg like the injury, not the goose egg like a goose laid an egg.
Bro, I'm surprised that wasn't a goose wasn't there, because if he did, he would have ate you up.
But yeah, I was after I slid out from behind the tree, my grandma and her friends noticed me just crying right there. They had to rush me to the hospital because of that. I was fighting to stay conscious. Cause it was that big. It was that big. Like, from the top of my head down to my eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was fighting to stay conscious.
I'm tired that day. I just go to sleep.
And the funny thing is, I think it was denting my brain a bit. That's how big it was. That's why I was fighting to stay conscious. I mean, I'm just rambling about an injury that's long gone. That was just my massive forehead now. Anyways, that's pretty much it for that story. It's not as good as the last one. Anyways. Oh, hold on. I'm trying to...
How do you even move your camera? I've been on PC before, but I've never been able to move on my camera.
I'm just trying to remember. There we go. Anyways. I believe I have something that I can... Yeah. I should probably put this up.
I realized I'm a lot quieter this episode.
Anyways, if you guys like this, I think, and also leave a comment down below. Which story did you find most interesting, mine or Braxton's? Because I'm pretty sure Sun didn't feel like telling a story or anything, so it's just between me and Braxton. So,
Interesting happens inside my life, so
yeah. That's it for the Chunkbit podcast, where you never get bored ever again. Still rocking that.
I sure ain't bored.
Anyways, until next time, everybody.
Bye-bye.
bye bye.
My hands don't work.